the apocalypse episode of the Rabbit Hole. We're in the thick of coronavirus.
Who's there? Connecting rod. That's good.
How long have you had this?
It's gonna be what, 6 years, I believe. I actually found it because I had sold my bike, and then I got an itch to get like another Mark 1, because I dailied a Mark 1 for a long time.
High school?
Yeah, I wanted another GTI because I had a GTI like when I got out of high school. I had a black one.
When was that?
Oh, that was like 98.
So they were still pretty, not new,
You
but
could
they
find
weren't
them.
that. Yeah, they weren't that old at that point.
Like you could find them in the junkyards. You could find them, laying around in people's yards. They were easy. That's how I found that one. The one that I was driving in '98. I found it like in some shop that specialized in Volkswagen, like right down the block.
Just sitting, forgot.
It was actually they were using it. They were starting to use it for parts. I had my first Volkswagen I actually bought when I was 15. That was like 95. I bought a convertible. I bought it like up over here from my neighbor here, one of their relatives that owns like a store in the main block over here. It was sitting like behind it, like, oh, if you want it, just give us like $500, it's yours.
Deal.
Yeah.
So what's the story with this one?
I found it on Vortex. It was like an old ad, and I figured I'd hit the guy up because I saw he still had it up. And sure enough, he had it up. He seemed a little desperate for money. He didn't really tell me like all the details of the car because he had old pictures of the car, like when it was all together. So when I got there, it was a little bit disappointing to see, because it was
a disarray.
It was pretty bad. Like it had no interior, but it was in pretty bad shape. Like he did a head gasket on it. He was a young kid. Did a head gasket on it. Couldn't figure out how to get it running. It had the Raceland headers like half on. It had some Raceland suspension that was put on like all messed up. So
What do you have on it now?
I have AVOs.
Those are. I'm not familiar with those.
They're like old school. You remember CFI?
No.
Dover?
No.
Yeah, that's old school.
I feel like they ride pretty good though.
Yeah, they're these are pretty much like back in the day, like what you got if you didn't get H&Rs.
Right.
These were like $1,300 coils back in the day.
That's insane.
So I luckily found a buddy who had them brand new.
Right.
So,
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, I mean they feel like they're full.
Because I had these on my old Mark 1, and I built that car like it had like full suspension, like everything new speed.
All period correct stuff.
Yeah. This one I've had a little trouble getting some parts for it, but like I said, I kind of wanted this car because once you drive a Mark 1, it just feels good. Like,
Yeah, when you tighten them up too, like these GTIs even stock are great as long as they're healthy.
yeah, this motor's all stock. The only thing it's got is the exhaust. So
It's a slippery slope though. You start dumping money into the motors.
yeah, that's the thing, because I kind of want to do a swap in it, but I kind of don't.
Oh, this seems like it runs pretty good.
That's why I don't want to do a swap. But,
Hear that, people? I've said it myself. Leave it stock as long as you can.
nah, I do want to leave it stock until something major goes.
Yeah.
The only thing I do want to change is the trans, because it's the fifth gear on here. Mark 1 GTI.
Yeah, you
so-
could do the 5th gear swap though.
Yeah. Well, I have a fully built trans for it, so
Oh, with the diff and all that?
yeah. So I want to put that in it,
That would be nice.
and it's already got the diesel fifth gear in it.
So you got this thing not running. What did it take? What was wrong with it to get it running?
Honestly, all it needed, the kid had put a whole bunch, just dump parts at it. He started like throwing parts at it.
Yeah.
It ran. But
Bring out the parts cannon.
Yeah. It ran, but it ran really fucked up, and I already knew what it was. Because I asked him, "Did you do the timing for the ignition?" And he just looked at me with that, deer in the headlights look. So I knew right away I had to start with that, with the timing. So I did the timing on it. It ran a little better, but it still had it sounded like it had a massive leak in the intake. Just started plugging away at it, and I ended up finding that he didn't put the injectors in all the way.
Yeah, that'll do it.
So it had all new seals, all new injectors, everything. He just didn't push them all the way down. I pushed that in, and then I just tuned the car, and it's been good ever since.
So you know how to tune CIS?
Yeah.
Oh wow, it's one of the few survivors, man. People don't want to learn how to do it, and I don't think it's not too bad. Right?
It's not. It's pretty basic. If you follow even the Bentley, it tells you pretty much how to do it.
Right.
It's not rocket science. But I guess people get scared with all the stuff that they see they have to do, all the steps.
You know what I think it is? There's so many little things to check and adjust, and if one of those is wrong and you can't find it,
Yeah, that's what it is.
it's not hard to make it run worse.
Yeah.
For me, it's just the cost of finding parts, and that the fact that I'm not familiar with CIS keeps me from wanting to buy parts that won't fix it.
See, I
you
bought
could spend $200 on a part,
Yeah,
and have it not fix the issue.
easily, yeah. I bought a lot of stuff for this car. I ended up putting a new fuel pump in it. I did all the water pump, all the hoses. I pretty much just redid everything, because just like when I saw the suspension, I was a little disappointed, and then the way the headers were installed. So I just went over everything because I wanted to make sure the car was 100%. Especially I was driving it. I drove my kids in here.
Interior is nice.
Yeah.
You said it didn't have any interior though when you got it.
I only had the 2 front seats, and they were tore up, and then all the panels were missing.
Yeah, you even got the ones on the back seat.
Really good.
So it was hard to find decent ones. I tried finding the best I could.
Yeah,
I have 3 boxes full of blue shit that I still gotta go through. Anytime I see something for blue interior come up, I try to.
Yeah, that's what ends up happening. I have 2 full red interiors at home, and even that's only going to give me 50 to 75% of a decent interior. This summer I want to do a lot of these videos. So guys, if you're in the tri-state area or anywhere along the East Coast, really, hit me up. I'm trying to do more videos like this. Get these cars showcased and the stories from the owners out there. So what got you into Volkswagens then?
Honestly, one of my aunt's boyfriends, he had a Rabbit. He actually introduced me to my first Rabbit. Let's pull up and get some gas. And he had bought one, 84 diesel. It was just sitting, but it was clean. Back for that bad time, it was really clean.
Yeah.
And he bought it for $500. It was a little beat up, but like I said, I got it at 15. So
That's cool.
I was always into cars, but my parents were oh, if you're gonna buy a car, you have to buy it with your own money. So I went and got a job, and I just saved up.
Right.
And, my neighbors oh yeah, they knew I liked cars, and I told them I wanted a Volkswagen, because I would always go to Waterfest. Even at that age, I was going to the Waterfest in Rockland County. So,
Jeez, that's where I grew up.
yeah.
I grew up right where Waterfest started.
Yeah.
That's funny. Yeah, I didn't make it to Waterfest until 2006, 2007.
Yeah, Rockland County, when they had them
RCC.
in the college,
Yep.
they were pretty dope. They're pretty dope. It's not like how it is now. I don't know. I don't feel comfortable bringing something like this there.
No, it's pointless. The last time I brought a car and entered it was actually the sport truck, and I had the carbs on it by then, a different motor, but same thing, carbureted and all that. And the judges came over and they're asking me about the car. And then I tell them, oh yeah, you know, I put the carbs on it this year, this, that, the other. And the other judge goes, is it diesel? And I'm like, oh man, like come on. Like I get it that you're not a Mark 1 person, but at least understand cars if you're gonna be a judge.
It's like they all think they're all diesels.
Yeah. Contrary to popular belief, not all Mark 1s are diesel. Yeah, I literally get that. That's like the most asked question I get.
Yeah. I get that. I get that. It's crazy because I get that with this thing too. It's like they never made a GTI diesel.
No.
Even though people have.
Yeah, people see Rabbit, they think diesel.
It's probably one of the best cars I've owned though. It's a Mark 1 diesel.
Yeah, it's $600 beater I got. It's pretty not bad.
I got one for like $200, and it was just like on a whim.
That's crazy. You're running and driving?
Yeah.
Almost.
At first, the guy told me it didn't run because he was using it for storage. He told me it was a 4-door Jetta. When I got there, it was a Jetta coupe.
Diesel too.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
It was pretty clean. The only thing that was rusted really bad was the windshield, around the windshield, but every other part of the car was clean as hell. Even the interior was spotless. And he had it sitting for like 4 years. He's like, yeah, I haven't started it. And he's like, you want to see if it starts? Threw a battery in it. So the car started right up. And he's like, oh, what do you want to offer me? Because I got to get rid of it. My wife's on my case. I was like, I don't know. Like, I don't know. Tell me what you would want. And he told me, oh, what is scrap going for now? I said, I don't know, a couple $100. He's like, I give you $200. Take it out of here.
When was this?
Like
A couple years ago?
I would say like 07.
Jeez. That's great. $200 for...
No, 08 I had that car.
$200 for running diesel Jetta coupe.
And it's crazy because I had it, I drove it, and I parked it in front of my house, and some idiot in a Passat came flying down that hill, and he smashed right into the front of it and totaled it out.
Dickhead.
Yeah. It still ran, so it was an amazing car. The car still started up, ran, just the frame was really tweaked in the front.
Shame. At least it was a cheap one and not like...
Yeah, but the crazy part is, since he hit me, his insurance paid me for the car. They paid me $5,500 for the car. For a $200 car.
And you probably could have bought it back for $300.
I bought it back for $500. That's what they wanted. I was like, I even told the guy, it's funny, I'm paying more than I did when I originally bought it.
Yeah, if it's busy like this here, Town Square is not going to be dead enough to...
Yeah.
That would have to be like a 11 at night sort of deal.
Yeah, when everybody's already inside. And they might think you even get in trouble for that.
Oh yeah. Actually, we can't even do that. So the original plan was to try to film some stuff at night in Times Square, but there's also an 8 p.m. curfew.
Well, now they want you inside like at 8. You can't even be outside. From what they're saying, it's crazy.
World's ending. No, I think we'll be, as long as people listen.
Yeah.
I think we'll be alright in a few weeks.